guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Laura Bunn and today I have created a look using the Morphe 35O palette for you. So it's quite a bronzy, dewy look with a bold red lip. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this chit chat style video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up because it would really help me out. And also if you have any suggestions of what videos you'd like to see from me next time, then please leave comments down below for me to check out. Also, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already so you can see more videos from me. And without further ado, let's get into the video. Hey guys, so I've already filled in my eyebrows and now I'm going to move on to eyes. First of all, I'm going to prime the eyelids with my MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot. And I'm also going to use my 142 Concealer Buffer Brush by Zoeva. And then I'm just going to use that all over the eyelid just to cancel out any discoloration or redness and also just to create a really nice base for the eyeshadow to go on top of. So I'm just buffing that all over the eyelid and then I'm also bringing it up towards the brow as well, just to make everything look super neat and all the one colour. So now that I've set the eyelids, I'm just going to set the paint pot with any sort of neutral coloured or light tone powder. So for that, I'm going to go in with my MAC 224 brush, which is an awesome blending brush, as you probably know if you've watched my other videos. And then I'm going to be using all the shades from the Morphe 35O palette, which I managed to get my hands on after a very long time of trying to get it but being sold out. So I'm just going to take the shade here to set the eyelid and also the brow bone as well because we want everything to blend really nicely. So going in with my Sigma E40 tapered blending brush, I'm going to just do a transition color into the crease. And I think that I'm going to use this shade right here. And they don't have names, so I'm not really sure what it is, but... Oh, these are so ridiculously pigmented. Like when I put that into the pan, it just... Whew, tap off the excess for that. And then I'm just going to... quite messily, it doesn't have to be super... size or anything, and I'm just going to buff that into the crease, and I'm just sort of using circular and windshield wiper motions at the same time. Oh, also this is my first, like, I guess chatty video where I haven't done a voiceover for a makeup tutorial, so let me know if you guys like me rambling and doing this sort of video. I'm sure I will get better with practice, as with most things, but if you have any suggestions or constructive criticism, then feel free to let me know in the comments down below. Okay, so now that that is blended, I am going to take my Sigma E35 tapered blending brush. I think I'm actually going to go in with this color here, which is kind of, it looks a little bit more orange on camera, but in person it's a little bit more like browny. It still doesn't have an orange, still does have an orange tint to it, but just not as what it's coming up on camera. So I'm just gonna take that in the crease just to warm it up even more. And again, I'm just sort of flicking the shadow outwards towards the tail of my brow. So if you can see, it just sort of brings everything out and opens up my eyes a little bit more. Obviously, you work with what your eye shape is, but for me, I've just found that this tends to work best. Okay, so that is done. And I'm just gonna take the MAC 224 and then just buff out what we've done because as per usual, we want everything to be blended and seamless. Okay, so I think I am going to go ahead and pack a little bit of a lighter, more shimmery color onto the lid. For that, I'm going to use my MAC 242 brush. Okay, I going to use for this. There's two colors, but I think I'm going to use the lighter of like the goldy shimmery colors, which is this one right here. So I'm just going to pack that all over the lid. I'll see what the pigmentation is like without any Fix Plus, but I may have to add some, so that's really pretty. I just sort of want to do like quite a glowy soft look today. I don't want to go too heavy on the eyeshadow with this. So I'm just trying to get as much color onto the lid as I can, and the color payoff with this is pretty good for a shimmery shade. So I'm just packing that all onto the eyelid. Okay, so now that we're all shimmery, I'm going to go in with my Sigma E25 blending brush. What if I get, okay. So, what color am I going to go in with? I'm going to actually go in with a bit more of like an orangey shade, just for fun. So I think I'm going to take, let's just take this super bright color and just see what happens. Just roll with it. Okay, so I'm just going to keep this quite low and just, I'm holding the brush this way, not this way. So I'm holding it that way to just keep it really nice and tight in the crease. So, oh, this is nice, okay. So just really concentrating it just right into the crease. I'm not bringing it up. And also just in the outer V, I'm just kind of positioning it in like the outermost part and then just swooping it in. And then I might tone this down and kind of buff it out with a bit more of a brown just to like chill with the orange. Okay, so before I do that, I'm just going to take the MAC 224 again and just buff out the edges with no product first. I'm kind of a bit over my eyebrows at the moment, if I'm being honest with you. I don't know, they're just like a bit I'm sure everyone goes through those phases in life. Okay, so now that that's buffed out, I feel like this is going to be a really long video. I am going to go back in with the Sigma E35, and then I'm just going to take the transition shade that we used before, just to neutralize. So, as I said before, just taking the MAC 224, and then I'm just going to buff out the edges so everything is super blended and seamless and pretty. Okay, so I'm just going to take a Q-tip or cotton tip and the Garnier Micellar cleansing water just to tidy up the edges and just to make it a little bit more crisp. I was contemplating doing winged eyeliner, but I just can't be bothered today. So I'm just going to pull the skin a little bit taut, and then I'm just going to tidy it up. Ugh. I'm going to use my Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. I'm just going to coat the top lashes at the moment, so yeah, just going to do that. While I was off camera, I went ahead and used the Too Faced Hangover Primer. It smells so good. It smells like coconut, which is delicious. So that's what it looks like, and it comes in a little pump pack. I am going to use my Makeup Forever HD foundation. This is the original one, and I'm in the shade N120. And then I'm just going to use that on my damp beauty blender, which is quite dirty. And Jasper decided to try and eat one of my other ones, but luckily I caught him before it was too late. So I'm just gonna pump a few pumps on the back of that. Well, all I can smell is coconut right now. And then I'm just going to dot that on my face. And then we're just going to buff this in. Oh, also, exciting news. For the third time that the Kylie lip kit was released, my sister and I woke up at like 3 or 4 a.m. every time it came out, and the last time it was released on Valentine's Day in the US or my birthday here, we managed to get all of the colors between us. So I'm super excited about that. I'll definitely be doing a swatch and review video, so get excited for that. I'm really excited. So now that our foundation is blended in, I'm going to go in with concealer, and I'm going to try out the new Bebe Minerals one. So that's exciting. So again, it is the Complete Coverage Serum Concealer. I have heard very good things about this one. I've heard it's a bit more high coverage than the Urban Decay one, so we'll put that to test. Okay, so I'm just gonna shake that up a little bit. I'm just gonna conceal the usual areas. So I always like to get in that little bit there, because that's where I tend to get, oh, this is a good color, a fair bit of darkness there. And I feel like if you don't bring light to that area, it can just sort of make you look a bit sallow, you know. Okay, I'm just gonna use my beauty blender to buff this out. So to set all of that concealer, I'm going to be using my, where is it? Oh, my Real Techniques setting brush, which is such a good brush. And then I'm going to do a bit of a Jaclyn Hill, and I'm going to use the MAC Emphasize powder. And then I'm going to mix that with Anastasia Beverly Hills Banana powder, which I'm probably gonna need a new one soon. So I'm just gonna mix those two together to give quite a highlighted look. So I'm just sort of dabbing that. I'm not like rubbing, because I don't want to disturb the concealer. I just want to set it. So okay, so now that that's all set, I am going to set the rest of my face. And for that, I'm going to use my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Medium Plus. And I'm just going to take that on my Real Techniques powder brush. So we're just going to take that on any areas that we didn't set with the more highlighting sort of powders. Now I think I'm going to bronze, and I want to be quite bronze today, I think. I'm going to use my Morphe M401 brush, which is just like a nice fluffy tulip brush. And then yeah, I'm going to use MAC's Mineralized Skin Finish and Give Me Sun, which is to look like this. So I'm just gonna use that to warm up the perimeter of the face. I'm not by no means gonna contour with this because it's way too warm for me to contour with, but I'm just gonna warm up the face. These Morphe brushes are really good as well. I bought, when I got the palette, I figured I may as well get a few brushes since I was paying for the international shipping. So I picked up this one, the M501, which I've been using for highlighting, which is really good. And then I also picked up a couple of like little detail eye brushes because I didn't really have many, and I really like them. So to buff out all of that bronzer that we just did, I'm just going to take my Real Techniques powder brush again, and I'm just going to use that to buff out any harsh lines so it's not too full on. So after we've done that, I'm going to go in and contour. And today I'm going to use an oldie but a goodie, Hoola by Benefit. Ooh. You guys know what it looks like. And I'm going to take my MAC 168 brush, which is just like an angled little brush. It's really, really good brush. It's just sort of a little bit less harsh than my NARS Eater brush. So I'm just gonna tap off the excess. And just, I'm not gonna do a super heavy contour. So I'm just gonna hollow out the cheekbones just a little bit. Just add a bit more depth and structure. And I'm just gonna bring a little bit of this on the forehead. It's also good because it's just a little bit more cool toned than the Give Me Sun, so it kind of just balances out the bronzer. Again, just sticking it under the jawline. Okay, and then I am going to take my NARS Eater brush, but just to contour my nose a little bit. So, NARS Eater brush. Oh, sorry. My sister just bought tickets for a Tiger concert. Jealous. Okay, so I'm going to tap off a lot of the excess. I don't want too much product at all while I'm contouring the nose. And then I'm just going to take it down either side of the nose. Again, I don't want this to be too severe. Ooh, just grew long hair. But just enough to kind of slim down the nose a little bit because I'm not in love with my nose. Okay, and then I'm going to highlight next and then do blush. For highlight, I'm going to be using, it's a bit dirty, the Anastasia Beverly Hills Illuminator in So Hollywood, which I haven't used in a while, but I really want to try the New Glow kits, but I haven't done that yet, so this is what it looks like. My hand just like, it's not cute. And then I'm going to take that on my Morphe M501 brush. And I will be finishing the lower lash line momentarily, so don't freak. And then I'm going to do it on my Cupid's bow. Just to, you know, glow. And then I'm also going to bring it down the center of the nose. And then a fair bit on the tip. Now that we're highlighted, I'm going to do blush, and today I want to sort of keep it like, I don't want to say beachy, but just like glowy and sort of like, I don't know, quite summery. So I'm going to use my NARS Laguna and Orgasm, is that going to focus? Duo. Anyway, I'm going to obviously be using the Orgasm shade, which is this one right here. I'm going to take that on a duo fiber brush. This one is the F15 by Sigma, just because it is a fairly full-on sort of blush. So I don't want like the full effect of the blush, but I still want like the shimmery, warm vibe that Orgasm gives. So I'm just gonna basically put that in between where the highlighter and the bronzer are. Just so I'm not going to bring it too far forward. I'm just going to keep it more so towards the back. That's blush done. And then you probably already know what I'm going to do, but I'm going to do it anyway. I'm just going to take that big powder brush again and really, I'm not moving it around too much, but I'm just sort of going over everything again, just so everything looks super seamless and you can't see where things begin and end, because that is just key. Just going back to the Morphe palette, the Morphe 35O, I'm going to take this Morphe E18 brush, and I'm going to take the shade that we used in our crease, which was this shade here. And I'm just going to put that all the way under the lower lash line and just connect everything. So, I'll zoom you guys in. So again, just taking that, and I'm connecting it to the upper lash line as well, so everything looks connected and like it's meant to be there. And then just sort of flicking that outwards as well. I am going to take a bit more of an orangey shade just to balance it out. Not as orange, but I'm just going to use the same brush as well. I think I'm going to take this shade here. I'm just taking that in the same spot, but just a little bit tighter into the lash line. I'm just pressing that in. I'm going to take my MAC Fix Plus in Coconut. It's really looking like a coconut today. And just spray that all over the face. For lip color, I decided I want to do a red. So I'm going to line my lips, and for that, I'm going to use MAC lip pencil in the shade Brick. Okay, and to finish off the lips, I'm taking my MAC limited edition lipstick in the shade Tenor Voice, which is a really beautiful classic red shade. So I'm going to apply that. Excuse the attractive scar face. And then just taking that spoolie and just curving out underneath. So that completes the tutorial, guys. I really hope that you enjoyed watching, especially on my new and improved camera. If you'd like to see more videos from me, then please subscribe to my channel. It means so much to me. Also, if you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. Until then, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.